Hello, everybody.
Hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
I just
Sorry, we're a little bit late. I'm sorry.
episode, but that's okay. I watched it all. I just didn't take notes on it all.
We were actually got into like a whole like housewives thing right before this. We were trying to figure out who. Never mind. It was a house. It was a housewives thing, and we were trying to figure it out. But here we are. So let me say hi to everybody, and then we'll get into it. Hello, Velvet Pixie. Hey, Roro. Ruth Ann, Michelle, Wicked, Sophie, Teddy, Holistic, Ruth Ann, Becky S, Videos, J Freak, Tanya, Angelica.
Did you say Teddy?
I did say hi to Teddy.
Hi, Teddy.
Michelle Love My Rex, Becky S, Ellie, Susie Bella, Cat Lover, Sherry, Criddly, Dishwood Mish, and Criddlin. There we go. Easy. See? Love it.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I know Sophie has a couple of things. Sophie was supposed to join us last night, but she keeps banker's hours. So
Sorry.
This is already way past Sophie's bedtime, but let me start the clock, the intro, and then we'll get into it.
Okay.
This episode was creepy in so many ways, as they always are. So let's get into it in a hot second. Here we go.
Teeny tiny shop.
I actually didn't mean to do it that time. I really didn't mean to do it that time. Here we go. That one on.
He is. He's fabulous. And he's on the inside scoop.
That one on. I know, Mitch, I haven't seen you in a while. Welcome back. I'm so happy that you're here.
Yeah, yes, it has been a hot minute.
Yeah,
Hi, guys.
I do roll call every live, so I know who's here and who's not here. I won't give you demerits for missing a bunch, but I'm happy that you're here. So you were missed. All right. So, Sophie, anything you wanted to interject from last night's live about the last resort?
Yes, several things, actually.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm loving Molly's energy.
Yes.
I always love Molly, but after I know what I know about Kelly, and
It's hard to, we were saying that last night.
yeah, I'm loving her energy and how she is with him. Jovi and Yara. Jovi wants a second child. I think the only reason he wants a second child is to tie her down.
Well, I didn't make this point last night, but actually Cody came up with this point, because didn't Yara want to have like the baby, like the first baby, like fast? Because maybe because she wanted to tie him down, and now like that she's had the baby, she doesn't want anymore.
I want that baby. Jovi, I want that
She
baby.
realizes how much work a baby is, and she doesn't want any more right now. But she wants this apartment where her mom lives
In Prague.
Yes. And Jovi is scared that she's going to get that apartment because he knows that she can pay for it on her own.
Yeah.
And he wants her to have another baby to tie her down to keep her here. That's my
Wouldn't
my
the
thought.
first baby still like keep her tied down a little bit? Like is multiple gonna
Two is a lot different than one.
John.
Two
Okay.
babies are a lot
Mama
different than one.
also, she said Mama will also help out more with baby number 1. But I agree to some extent. Yeah, I believe that he wants to tie her in.
Well, listen, Dish or Mish or anybody else, if you're watching a replay, please feel free to comment in the comment section of the lives. I've been being better at trying to like reply to everybody in them.
Nice.
So like if you're watching it on a replay, and to anybody, please comment in the live and keep the conversation going.
Yes. I'll try to comment.
Let's see. Kalani and Swalu gross. Kalani. Yes, girl. Yes.
And again, that's something like, that we knew that was already over, but like, we're watching it and trying to,
Right. But I didn't know about this other guy.
Oh, I didn't. I was surprised about that too.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't know about this other guy, and they're like, they have a connection, and he actually wants to come see her wherever they're at.
Yeah.
I heard her say that she spoke to him and he wants to come see her. So
Ballsy right there. Like,
You know,
okay,
like-
you're at a
like
couple's
Kalani said
retreat.
she was
Mind
a
if I join
29
you on the beach?
What'd you
Do
say?
what?
I was talking over you. Sorry. What'd you say?
Me?
Yeah.
I said, that's just ballsy for him to, hey, I realize you're at a couple's retreat. Mind if I come and join you? We'll meet on the beach.
but listen, Kalani has probably told this guy that it's over with the Swalu. They have the kids together and
It's
she has
been
to figure
over.
some things out. And this guy
knows.
knows this. So he probably doesn't care.
And to Kalani's credit, like, she's like, I was a 29-year-old virgin when I met you. Like, the
Yes.
only guy I've ever been with. So,
Yes. And she didn't ask Swalu to go do what he did and get the thrush and all the things. And
the yeast
We-
infection
but-
on his tongue.
but everything happens for a reason,
Cody's
right?
trying to say something. Hold on. Cody, go ahead.
Okay, I'm super sorry.
Well,
Hi,
come on
beautiful-
camera if you're going to say it. Come on.
Oh, I need to see Cody.
Hi, beautifuls. I love seeing my
What's
two
up?
girls. I love everybody in the chat too. Okay, so perfect. Yes, perfect. I'm glad that was brought up. Okay, and you are right because you are nasty, nasty, nasty for going down on somebody when you got chlamydia of the mouth.
Well, I don't know if it was chlamydia.
Or a
of the-
yeast
there we
infection
go.
of the mouth, whatever. You know that isn't right when you're down there, or it's not right in the mouth if it's there also. So he is nasty, nasty.
I'm glad he got it because I know
Agreed.
how painful it is.
Agreed. But everything happens for a reason, right?
That is true.
It was meant for a Swalu to do this so Kalani can meet this guy and have this strong connection with. And maybe this is her person. We don't know.
See, then I have to elaborate on that.
Oh,
because-
elaborate.
Well,
Okay.
this was my second thing that I wanted to say. I told John last night when we were watching because it kind of like irritated me because Kalani has only been with Swalu. She
Right.
lost her virginity. She got pregnant twice. Now, this is the second guy that she's ever been with. So she went on a first date and couldn't even kiss him, couldn't even just give him oral sex. She had to go full out and
Hey.
give her the whole blazer.
Well,
I-
good for Kalani for doing
No,
that.
I'm saying
Good for her.
needs to kind of reel back a little bit and like maybe take a second date or a third date before you
Listen,
start
if
getting
I- no,
involved
no, I
and
disagree with
dishing
you.
out your flowers.
If I was
to
a 29,
everybody
no.
needs.
If I was a 29-year-old
I'm
virgin
just saying.
stuck with,
Thank
A
you,
Swalu.
Jay.
I would be spread eagle by the time I got to the bar. I'd be like, "What you guys? Here we go. Let's do it."
But I just think that it's that maybe she should step back and like respect herself a little.
I'm sorry, Jay Freak, but thank you for the super chat.
Thank you,
She
Jay
don't have to
Freak.
give herself to every single man out there. She finds her real love.
Like if
You
I
don't
was
have to
Kalani, I'd be
dish
like,
it out to find it.
I agree to some extent of Cody. Like, don't fall in love with the next man. I mean,
Yeah,
please
don't fall in
with it.
love with him. Just
Thank you,
sample
Wendy.
what's
Yeah, I'm
around.
not
That's
saying
it.
it's a bad thing.
Like,
I'm just
build the numbers up.
saying
You got 2 hands.
maybe wait 48 hours instead of like 16.
No, I can't. Well, listen, we don't know how long that whole pass was for. Like she
No.
might have had to act quickly.
You have 36 hours and it expires.
And you're
We
only
don't
allowed to kiss.
Oh Lord.
Let's see what else.
else?
Who else was there?
Okay, so thank
Angela?
you for listening.
Angela.
Go ahead, Soph.
Angela can do much better than Michael. She needs somebody she can be with, not somebody that she can't trust in another country. So, last night I heard something about divorce papers. She brought divorce papers with
She
her.
did bring divorce papers, which she showed on the show.
That's what okay, that's what I thought. So I think that she needs to go through with it if she hasn't already,
Okay,
because she
and
can do much better.
So
What did you think of? Who was left? You said
Big
Molly,
Ed.
Angela. Oh, Ed. They're getting engaged. Oh, I mean, they're getting married. So
Big Ed, the only reason that they reconnected is because he had shoulder surgery and needed somebody to wipe his butt.
Exactly. That's what I said.
He does not love her.
I don't understand what
wants
Liz
her
is
for
doing.
what she can do for him.
And
That's
like
it.
Liz has always been like, and like she just looks so haggard. Like she looks.
And then I'll tell you what it is. She's drinking too much.
Well, yeah, she does manage a
Oh.
bar, so I
She
could
drinks
see
too
that.
much.
And
I
if
can
I was
see it all over her everying.
if
She
I was
drinks
stuck
too
with
much.
Ed, I'd have an IV of alcohol like through a port.
Right.
Where
Yeah.
I would just
Her
be
face
drunk
looked
all the
really
time.
with a
full.
barrel of alcohol.
Like I interviewed Liz like 2 something.
I remember. And she looked good.
nothing like,
No.
and she's only
No.
30.
She looks my age.
She looks like she could be my mom.
She looks like
And
my
I'm
grandmother.
46. She looks my
We've been
age.
dead for 10 years. Huh?
So I'm 46. She looks my age.
I think you're being generous. She looks a lot older than that.
Yeah, I wouldn't say- yeah,
She
no.
Can we say
she needs
54?
to
Because,
put the bottle down.
You look 32, Sophie.
Thank you, Cody. So glad you guys aren't talking about me.
Ew, hibbity bibbity, thank you, wicked.
Thank you, Wicked.
Oh, everybody-
But that was my comments that I would have said last night. Oh yeah. Oh, never mind. We'll
Wait,
get
what?
to them tonight. Never mind.
Okay.
So you're good?
Mhm.
Okay. All right. No, I wanted because I was like Mike, I wanted you to come up last night, but like
I
I
know.
know Sophie's like renovating her house and she keeps banker's hours. Like it's like a lot.
Well, she
It's a lot right now.
It's
My
a
house
lot.
is completely tore upside down. My husband took the week off to try and get this finished. So pray for me. Pray for me.
I'll do 3 Hail Marys for you tonight, Sophie.
Thank
just for
you. I need it. So yeah,
All right.
I'm ready.
All right, let's get into the show.
Okay.
I know who I'm saving for last. Single white Statler will be last. Because I got a lot to say about her.
Let's do Tyray and no one because he'll be quick.
Who?
Tyray,
Oh, Tyray and Carmella, who finally showed up.
right? And 100% she showed up because production paid
Thank
her.
you, Lizzie Pop.
Of course they did. Did you see that blonde woman who was production sitting behind Tyray, like when he was at the bar, and she was like just like, sipping her Chardonnay, like, "Oh, I'm just some random woman here." Whatever,
when
like.
John said that, and then they kind of
Because
panned
Cody's
to the
like,
right.
look at that blonde lady who's just sitting there. I'm like, that's production.
They kind of panned to the right, and the next booth over to him you could see a camera and a couple like black bags. And I said, John, you're absolutely right. I said, because they just showed
Like, I don't know
the
how this
bags
works.
and the other backup cameras and everything.
Yeah.
And that lady's sitting in like a six person booth by herself.
Yeah,
Right,
No,
yeah.
I've been in enough restaurants to know you don't sit a single at a 6 top. Okay. So
Hi, little shoe.
We know
Yes.
the rules.
Not unless like the restaurant is like
Dead.
it's 1:00 in the morning and
hi, little shoe.
the other
You-
sections are closed.
You don't sit singles at your biggest tables like
No,
that.
no,
Just
that don't happen. No, you say
Um,
no. I'm sorry. No, it has to be a party.
And notice like the whole time they were like, she was by herself, like she was like drinking her Chardonnay. She was
And
like
kept looking at the camera.
whatever. All right, so Tyray, he's at he's in Denver or in Colorado, wherever he is in Colorado. And Carmella finally walks in, and it's super awkward.
Hold on, let me put my glasses on.
She's like, hold on. Like, did you really need your glasses? Oh, John,
okay.
that's the limit.
All right, we can take them off now.
I mean,
I'm like, you couldn't see that? Like, I'm sorry. John, you've said too much this time. You
You've
crossed
gone
the
too far.
Like, I think she was like, okay, maybe we'll give him.
I'm like, girl, what kind of cataracts do you have that you need glasses to walk?
But you
into
can
that
see
bar?
that coming.
Yeah, we'll give him a half you know, we'll give you half a try. Oh no. Take those off.
Yes, I said it. Okay.
Let me sit down and put
So
this-
she, Carmella, is very beautiful.
Beautiful.
She
She is.
But I thought, I
That's
mean,
it, Sophie. She's beautiful. It's all you got.
it was awkward.
Not everybody has.
I mean, it was awkward to begin with. I mean, you know, we know that she's only there because production paid her. Here's your 1,000, how many, you know, whatever. You'll be out in 30 minutes, done filming. But I mean, he just was like, "Oh my God, you know, I'm in love with your image," and and you know, do you know anything about this Christian person? And it's like, whew, you know, it's like,
Well, I mean, like
hi.
it was ballsy for him to ask, so like I had to like salute him at least like in asking that,
Well,
right?
you have to ask that. I mean, she was there.
It was ballsy of him to go.
You have to ask it.
Well, like
I'm
he
rewatching
wasn't
the
gonna drop
episode.
this. Like Carmella is like, you know, his night test.
Love of
and
his
getting on
life. Mhm.
her. So you know,
Same
she-
little shoe, yeah.
she's like,
But
no. She's like, no, I don't. Carmella Soprano. I hear you, little shoe.
But I
And,
mean,
you know, and she does do like adult work, like on OnlyFans.
and like,
Yeah.
thank God his sister was like, no jewelry, just a candle. A lovely candle is nice. You know,
and that's
because-
all she needed.
Yeah.
You don't know this woman. She don't know you.
I would have
Why
given
are-
her edible like underwear.
Edible underwear.
Yeah, she's a porn star. So here you go. This is something you could use. Not
Oh.
just
Yeah.
a candle.
No, because didn't
You want to
Caesar
be tactful on your first creepy date, Cody.
Oh,
like
not
Caesar bought edible panties?
You
I'm
don't
not
want
like,
Kalani having sex on the first date, but you want Tyray to give her edible underwear the first time you see. Okay,
There you go. Thank you,
Well,
Sophie.
no, because you know what? He's not going to see that girl again. So here you go. Here's a gift that you can use further
And
on.
neither
in
is
your life.
Kalani. So there you
Oh,
go.
So I have a question for
Because
the
Kalani-
panel and the chat.
Okay.
Do you think that Carmella was really in on this, or do you think she knew nothing about it?
I
Know
don't think
nothing
she was
about
in
it.
on it. I don't.
No.
because the thing with
I don't.
scammers
50-50 on it. I
is
kind of think she is. I kind of think she's not with so
Mm-mm.
much. but I
Cody,
do
if
kinda
you
think
want,
she
I'll
is.
drop you a link. You can go live and come on the panel if you
No.
Yeah,
want.
come sit with us, Cody. Come sit with us.
because like when people are used as like you think you're helping them out by saying, oh hey, by the way, your image is being used by scammers. Typically they know, and it's like, yes, I know, quit telling me. You know, it's like these people get told millions of times a day, oh, your images are being used. And of course, you know, I'm telling you, the only reason she met up with this dude is because production paid her.
Of course.
Because she's probably like, yeah, I know they're being used. No, I really don't care. Oh, you're gonna pay me $5,000 or whatever it is. Okay, and I don't have to take my clothes off. Perfect. But it just, you know, shame. I will say it again. Shame on TLC for continuing this. Here's your money. Thank you, Tyray.
But he might not have let it die. He might have kept on and
That's
kept
no
on and kept
problem.
on and kept on and kept on.
Not
And
my payment,
production
not my
was
problem.
like, well, he's so
But they
like,
warned him on the first episode that this was
I
all
know.
fake, and they all
I know.
and he wanted to keep going with it.
Right. He kept reaching out to her.
And he
Oh, I
was in
keep
love.
reaching out to Snapchat, hoping she'll respond.
He was in love. That's what he kept
I
saying.
mean, I don't know what to say.
lust.
Like,
It was lust.
so
There's
you
no
know,
love.
she meets them. They had that the world's most awkward conversation ever, and then they go their separate ways, and that's that. So what's next for Tyray now?
Single life.
There you go.
A single life, yeah.
Where's,
Reunion.
where's Statler's probably already filming, but we'll get there in a second.
He could do.
But it is so funny. Like I put the episode on, and you can see production big time. Like there's this guy kept looking around, and like he doesn't look like he's like a bodyguard kind of guy. You know, he just like you can tell production's in the back.
Production was like all over the
All
it was like a
over the
sting.
place.
It was an FBI sting. It was like Tyray and Carmella and like you know, everybody else in the restaurant, the waitresses, the bartender, like, and we're like all like production, just like watching.
It was like To Catch a Predator.
Yeah, it was really like To Catch a Predator. Like what's that guy's name? What was his name?
John.
No, what was his name? The guy, and then he got in trouble for being like a predator. What was his
Jared from Subway.
Not Jared from Subway. No, the guy from To Catch a Predator. What was his name?
I don't know.
Chris Hansen.
Chris Hansen. I'm Chris Hansen. I was like waiting for Chris Hansen to walk out the whole time.
But
Hi, I just made some lemonade. Did you want to come in? Like, you know,
Jared from Subway did, you know.
I'm back here to all the police officers. Don't mind me.
hi, I'm in the back folding laundry. Just give me 1 second.
But I'm not here.
All right, who's next?
Actually got in trouble for like being a predator, which is like the kicking the ass part, but whatever. So where are we going next?
You tell me.
How about Sheila and David?
Oh Lord. Okay, so I didn't watch the episode where like the mom died.
I didn't either.
Okay, they didn't really show anything. They were filming the next day. There's a horrible accident, and then she says, "What happened?"
Okay.
And then the next day, I guess it's their custom that you have someone protect the body. Someone was with the body for 24, 48 hours, whatever it is. But family members are each assigned a time and they sit with the body, which I like, but that's neither here nor there. And that's all they really showed of that. So,
because she broke down this episode about it.
She what?
But it was
She broke down about her mom and what happened.
Well, I mean, she just lost her mom and like a horrible. Like what? She was like walking down the stairs, right? And she fell through the stairs, like something like that happened.
I think that either the stairs collapsed. They really didn't go into a whole lot of detail. Either the stairs collapsed, or she fell down the stairs, or something. But it was involving the stairs.
All right, so it's like a couple days later after the funeral, and David's like, "Well, Sheila's upset. Well, of course she'll be upset. Like her mom just died."
I could not imagine, having lost my dad in 21, I could not imagine being on a show and
filming a TV show while it happened.
Right. And, you know, something unexpected happens. And, oh, by the way, can you please continue filming? Like I would have needed a lot of drugs to get through. I mean, you know, something, you know, just because I know what I was like, and it just awful.
No, it's you know, losing a parent is horrible. You know, regardless of how old you are, or you know, it's you lost a parent, so it's not good.
Paid, though, for being on
but like you know. Well, I don't know if it's still the same. I guess I got to find out. But like, you know, they always pay the American. It's up the American to pay the foreigner because you can't pay foreigners because they don't live in the country. So that's how that works.
Right.
But it's not like they also pay a lot on Before 90 Days. Before 90 Days is always like the lowest rated paid show. Like when, like, you know, the first 3 seasons, they were paying couples $1,000 an episode, which you have to split. So you're making $500 an episode of 12 episodes, and you're not on every episode. So you're making like maybe like, I don't know, $4,000 that you have to. It's not anything that you could like retire on. Like,
that's true.
But you know, you buy some like, you know, some magic beans, and you'll have better luck with that than trying to get rich off this show. And that's why so many of the cast go to OnlyFans and like the skinny tea and the shit tea and like whatever tea they got to sell or whatever to, you know, keep the money going. So
I seen a big red flag with them this episode. Whenever they go to, I don't know what they were doing, but she wanted him to buy her or pay for something. What was that, Wicked?
The carpentry work to the whole house.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like, she was like, okay, mom's dead now, and don't at me. You know, she's like, okay, mom died. Now we got to fix it, because I know she feels a terrible amount of guilt
she
Because
doesn't want it happening to her or somebody else.
Right. She doesn't want to happen to her dad or her son. And then, she's like driving there and like, okay, how many dollar bills can I have?
Yeah, it's like that kind of showed me that she wanted him for his money.
Well, in the beginning, if you remember, her dad was like, yes, we live, very poor, but hey, if he wants to give any money to fix this house up, hey, we're not turning down any money.
Right. Right. And David's like, I work in a supermarket. Just because I'm from America doesn't mean I'm loaded,
Right.
And he's very limited on the jobs that he can get.
Right.
Being
he
deaf.
works in a casino and he also works, he does work 2 jobs. So I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if it's both full-time, both, whatever it is. But casino, he's probably working on tips.
Probably.
So,
Well, we don't know what he does, what he does at the casino. I doubt he's working the floor.
I think he's like in janitorial services or.
Well, then I don't think you'd be getting the tips.
There are probably not any
You'd be getting
tips.
tips like people that work the tables.
Not like the tables, but
we don't
You tip
know.
your blackjack
housekeeping.
dealer, you tip your poker dealer, you tip your roulette guy
We don't
if you
know
win.
if they
Like,
have this- if they
I mean,
get
and again, we don't
this
know that, but like,
right. No, but I'm pretty sure he's like in housekeeping type services.
Right.
But like
So
cleaning the casino.
her doing that kind of showed me that she was
in it for the money.
Yeah.
I agree.
And
with
what
you,
Cody
Joe.
just asked me, like, our little aside off camera, was that, like, typically how they get paid on 90 Day Fiance is like this: you get paid like half of your salary in the beginning, and if you comply with their rules, you get paid. And I think it's still to this very moment. You get paid at the end of the tell-all. So you get paid. You get like you don't get paid every week.
Right.
They give you half your salary up front, and then and if you're good, they give you the rest of your salary after the season's over.
Why?
That's how that works. And it's
Why do these people in other countries have such a hard time finding a job? Jasmine can't find a job. She can't find a job. Like everyone, because I live in this country, I can't find a job. Like,
I don't understand it.
are they wanting like the big money?
And Sheila's like, saying like since the pandemic, well, that's we're going on like 3 years now. I mean,
Okay,
I
but
don't know
what
how
did
it
she
is in the
do before the
Philippines
pandemic?
I feel like Jasmine would have more opportunities to find
Yes.
a job than Sheila.
Yes.
Because Jasmine was teaching English, and God, like I would hate to see one of Jasmine's students speak English to me. But
Hello, Gino.
is
That's one of
anybody
her
else
students.
sick of like the whole like muted part when David's on like, yes, we get that you're deaf, that you don't hear anything.
Yeah, my mother said
But
something
we
like,
don't need to hear the blankness.
I'm like, is my sound working on my TV? Like, what's happening? I don't know. It's
Yeah.
annoying to me.
yeah, even my mother was like, that's stupid. They need to stop. Like, we get it.
We get it. Yeah, you can't hear her. It is what
They
it is.
did start playing music, at least this episode, when they were on in the beginning, this episode. They
But
did
you
start
still
playing
mute it.
music and the words instead of just silence.
Because my mom was so funny because, like, whenever he talks, and I guess it's like his mic is close, but I don't know if you all notice, like, he makes a lot of noise. Like,
He does.
He does.
Mhm.
my mother was like, oh. And my mom's not like a noise person, but like if you smack your lips or whatever when you're eating, she was like, he would drive me crazy. She was like, I hope he is not that noisy. And I
And
was
forget what like Lizzie Pop just said, like they're overdoing, like they were playing like the White Lotus music on The Last Resort yesterday. I'm like, where's Jennifer Coolidge? Is she gonna come out soon? It was Angela.
Where's the
And Angela as Jennifer Coolidge. So it
And
is
I told
what
mom,
it
I said, I
is.
wonder if it's because his mic is right there. And I mean, he very well, I mean, obviously he's not aware if he is making noises, but I also wonder if production is amplifying those noises.
Probably
know.
because they're shady.
And I'm sure they don't think it's shady. They're like, oh, we just want, to clue people in.
Well, they're saying, oh, he's
The whole the experience of it all.
Right.
That's what they think.
All right, so like a contractor comes in to like fix
The floor, the walls, the
whatever
electricity, the
hovel
plumbing.
they live in. It looks like a tree house, to be honest with you. Like
did.
that,
Yeah.
I mean,
like it really does. And it comes out to be like 100,000 Filipino pesos, which equals out to like $1,700 American. Which I'm like, oh, 1,700, that's not so bad. I'm like, I thought it was gonna be like, a lot more than that American,
Yeah.
but like whatever. And he has to have a private talk with her, and we
did
find
anyone
out.
else think the contractor like, oh, he's American?
Money, money,
Yeah.
money.
We can do this. Oh, yeah, a nice round 100,000. Yeah, we can do that. I did. I mean, the contractor had like dollar bills in his eye. She's asking how many dollar bills,
Lit up.
and she's like, how many dollars can I have? And he's like,
Buy 2 ladders.
We need to have a talk.
and there was something.
Oh,
sweetie.
Brooklyn! Hi,
Hi,
sweetheart.
There was
Brooklyn.
something very odd about the way she was talking to the contractor, almost like he was in on it. I don't know if you all saw that, but there was. I don't know if it's just the way it was edited, but like when he said $100,000 and he was asking for the conversion, she'd like you could see him side eye the contractor. I don't know if you all noticed that.
Where was the
Brooklyn.
contract?
Oh, Brooklyn, people are asking for your detox recipe.
What
Yes, I need that. I meant to write it down and I
Or
didn't.
water detox recipe.
I know it's ginger and lemon and
Yeah, I
water and
remember-
salt. Is that what it is?
There was some
I can't
cucumber, I
remember.
remember.
Okay.
I remember the cucumber,
know.
ginger, and then that. So if you write it down, I'll have to screenshot it because I have to send it to, I forgot who asked me, but they're in my DMs.
But going back to the cast getting paid half in the beginning and half at the
And
end
that's
if they're
true.
good.
That's true. That's how they get paid.
2 lemons, 1 cucumber with the skin, ginger, mint, leaves, and water.
Okay. Hold on.
No, Brooklyn will be back up. She just got home from like an 8-day vacation where it wasn't a vacation at all. She was like doing laundry against
Oh.
rocks on the river. It was it was
more fish and everything else. She's been busy.
so, but she'll be back very, very
She needs a
shortly.
little rest.
Thank you, Roro.
Thank you, Ro.
So thank you.
Ro, we were thinking about you because like Cody, we're eating like Cody's meatballs tonight, and Ro
nice.
was one of the few people who actually sampled one of Cody's balls.
I did. I made them, and I told her the secret that I use for them. So, and she tried them. She said, "Oh my god, I'm gonna have to start doing this."
So we're having Cody's balls for dinner tonight, and
Don't
some
say
spaghetti
that.
with
That's
it.
gross.
It's like the
Nice.
shitty balls from SNL.
They're the same size, actually.
So there you go.
So I think like especially on like before the 90 days or the other way or those shows that they probably use the half that they get up front for their plane ticket and their hotel and everything.
I don't
to
even
get
think that would
Cody-
cover it, Sophie.
Huh?
I don't think it would cover it. Like this, like David is flying from Omaha, Nebraska to like the Philippines. That plane ticket was not cheap.
Yeah, true.
It was
True.
not like that was probably like the plane ticket was probably his salary for like the first
What
part.
did he fly on?
True.
He certainly wasn't sitting in like business class
Was he on
or
Delta?
whatever.
Like, I want to look up the flight, or like not the.
Yeah,
flight.
Cody, check it for us.
I just need to know like what airline it was.
That don't matter. Just give us a ballpark.
Yeah, like it has to be like it's not JetBlue. Like American, try American.
Is it Pan Am?
No, they've been. Cody, look up TWA. There you go.
Are these
Yeah.
people still in business?
No, none of them are. I would say check American Airlines.
Probably.
Or Delta?
All right, so then like they're going to this bar. I guess the translator's there. And thank God that David has like an American Sign Language translator in the Philippines. Like that must be like really hard to come by, I was thinking. And you know, they go to this bar where there's like, you know, pretty girls working there and whatever. And
She's
you know,
so set
And
him
the
up.
translator is pretty herself.
Yeah.
and you know, they have this conversation and about the money, and you know, David's like, I can give you a little time, you know, because she asked him, well, what's your salary? And he's like $800 a week. So she heard $800 a week. It might as well have been like $8 million a week.
She's like, I can get a condo here for that.
Yeah, like she was like
I'm on
$800
the
a week.
water.
I'm in the money. I'm in the money. You know.
Yes.
So, but
she's setting him up. Like, what do you think of the bar? Oh, it's nice. What about the girls? Do you think they're pretty? I saw you looking at them. You know, oh no. You know, I'm just looking at their face.
Right.
You know, and it's like, I guess, you know, we're all insecure to a certain extent, but I am not so insecure that, you know, I'm going to yell at whoever. Like I said the other night, you know, if my man goes to a strip club, you go, have a great time, come home. Don't bring me any diseases or thrush.
thank you, Becky. No, I don't feel like David's trying to scam her.
I don't, but do I think she's in it to some extent for the money? Yes. I mean, I think she, you know,
I
but
don't know. Like, obviously, like, you know, the mom dying was not like planned, right? So,
no.
Right.
But she says she's embarrassed, but is she really?
No.
I mean,
I don't know.
But see, I'm going to go back to their first conversation with the dad. You know, oh, yes, we are poor, but hey, if he wants to give us any money to straighten this house up, we're going to take it.
Yeah, but I don't know. You know, this is tough. I don't know what to think. You know,
do I
the
think
whole mom
she
dying
loves
thing is a curveball that like no one saw coming, so it's
Yeah.
hard to gauge like what people's like, you know, intentions were.
Right.
Now this has happened.
Do I think she loves him? Yes. Do I also think that she loves what he can do for her? Yes. Do I think it's a little suspect? Yes. You know, because I think she was, regardless of if mom died, I think she was going to ask him for the money to fix the place up.
Well,
And
he
it
wasn't
just so
going to
happened
stay
that-
there, right? You know, and again, I missed that episode. Like, you know, when she brought him to the hovel that she lives in, like, you know, and I see that he's in a hotel now. He was like, no way, man. There's no way I'm staying here. Like, you know, he was like,
Can you do that again, please? It was very good.
like, you know, I wouldn't live. I wouldn't, just like when Big Ed was at Rose's place for the first time, and like, you know,
That was bad.
Got electrocuted there. I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm just gonna go to my local Motel 6 in the Philippines. I'm good. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Cat lover, I think that Sheila is worse off than Rose was.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I believe
Yeah.
that too. Yeah.
I mean, and this is no offense to her. I mean, that is on a shoestring and a prayer.
No, I think Rose was definitely. No,
Better off.
I think Sheila's worse off than Rose.
I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
100%.
Because at least Rose had like a roof. You know,
Yeah.
it was like I think Sheila was probably the most.
You had solid walls, and you weren't praying to Jesus up the stairs.
You know, they have like umbrellas, like when it rains in their kitchen. Hold on, it's raining. Like there's like no like walls or roofs or anything.
Mhm.
So, and like doesn't she show this to him? Like, wouldn't you like be like, listen, if I'm going to stay at your place for a few days, I want to see where I'm staying.
Yes,
Exactly.
exactly. Yeah.
Like, oh, show me,
Yeah.
just show me around.
Oh, look, your shower is a cold hose in the middle of town. You know what? I'm going to just stay at the place over here that I'm at. I don't know. All right, moving on.
So
Are we going? Can we get off this topic of them?
Please.
$100
Yes, please.
for a round trip. Well,
How much was
How
it?
much?
No, Cody, you are not looking in the right place.
yes, I am.
Here.
Here. You say
No,
look
it's
it.
fine.
Where's he from?
Omaha, Nebraska. And I
I
have
did
flown
Omaha,
to Omaha,
and I went in
Nebraska
Panama.
from New York, and because like it's not a big airport, so you have to fly from here to Chicago, and then to Midway, and then Midway to Omaha because it's not a big airport.
And
So
where's she from?
there's many stops. There's no way that flight costs $800 round trip.
And
No
where's she
way.
Where in the Philippines?
Just say Manila.
Philippines.
Say
I put in Panama.
even to Panama, it's not going to be
Oh, it
like that
said-
much.
It said it on Panama. I didn't put the. I thought you said Panama.
Round trip. 1,332,
Sorry.
and that's a
In
2 days
steerage?
later flight. Huh?
In steerage?
But if you want the express route, it's $2,137.
Wow.
But if you want the 2-day trip with an overnight layover, it can be as low as $1,300.
Wow.
All right.
Who's next?
All right, Tyray's. Do we only do 2 couple? All right, David and done. Tyray's
Yeah.
done. Oh Lord.
Amanda and Razvan?
Yeah, let's do them.
Okay.
Hello.
So
Close the door, Cody.
Razvan
So,
excited. the sword.
Razvan did earn his Red Wings.
Did you know what that meant yesterday, Sophie? When I said it, thank you. I
I figured it out, but
me having to do the tutorial on Red Wings.
I know.
Really,
I was cringing for you. I would
I
have
was
done it
really
if I
the
was
gay
there.
guy has to talk about Red Wings, but okay, if I have to, it's entertaining. Well, it's just entertaining and
Educational and entertainment.
educational, y'all.
purposes.
you're giving me an education.
So yes, Razvan did earn his Red Wings.
Oh,
Get that
God.
sword in
They
blood.
did it all night.
In my whole years of
long.
ever talking live, 11 years of them, not once have I ever talked about Red Wings, and now twice in 2 days this has happened. So here we go.
That was my other thing that I wanted to talk about from last night.
The Red Wings.
They did it all night long. And it was so much more special because they waited so long.
They waited the 4 days, which is like
Right.
normal, right?
Right.
She looks like a terrible kisser. Like her lips just, like I don't have great lips. I know my lips don't look great, but at least I'm a good kisser. Like her lips just look, like if she kissed it's like she's.
She needs to go to Dr. Jen, Angela's friend.
Yeah.
Get them blown out.
Hey, considered it. A little Botox, getting older. But yeah, I mean, she looks a terrible kisser. And then I don't know what the crap was up with her outfit because it looks like she had a pair of shorts over the leggings, but both of them
That's
were
what it was.
Yeah, I don't know what the jean shorts and the leggings,
The
what
camel
that was
pants,
about.
I'm like-
It's like 1996 called. They want that outfit back. I was
I'm
like,
like-
okay, but sure.
Can
and
I make
Ronan, that
another
was probably,
comment?
current, so I don't
Before
know.
I forget.
I mean, was she trying to cover the period up that much? I mean, come on.
Before I forget, it was very fitting that he took her to Dracula's castle the next morning.
Why so? Sophie.
After earning his Red Wings, he
Well,
takes her to Dracula's castle.
I walked right into that one, didn't I?
But I didn't understand because I'm like, what the hell is up with her the camo over the leggings? Like, is she making sure nothing escapes, or
She's locking it down, so to say.
apparently I was just like, she needs a great friend.
Now
to
we don't
say,
know if
"Honey,
she has a
no."
heavy flow and a wide set vagina. Maybe it just comes in like crazy for her.
I mean, maybe she's got the always plus wings.
That line is from Mean Girls, by the way, before you all yell at me. Oh, John, that's the limit again.
Yeah, no,
That
I'm
was from
thinking,
Mean Girls.
wraps around her leg and, the always plus maxi.
Oh my God. Like, I can't believe this is the second day in a row we're talking about.
Female.
You're welcome.
But I did. Okay, let's give Razvan a little bit of credit. He did call his producer and say, okay, I finally got some. You've got to push off this, video shoot until after she leaves, or else I'm not going to get any more. And he was like, okay.
Don't forget, Amanda wanted to be like, she wanted to prove it to like her man, like, after talking to like Thongi, whatever her name was, his friend.
Yeah.
Like that, it's not toxic. And she had to take better care of him. So like they had coitus for hours.
Also was very suspicious. Oh, I wanted to prove to her I'm not toxic. I don't know how.
Right. Yeah.
You're not toxic, but you go
by giving him some and being nice for a couple hours.
Yeah, but apparently several hours.
That was it. Like, she got digged down. And well, we'll get to that. So then they go to Dracula's castle, which is like kind of cool. I mean, they kept saying it was romantic, there's torture chambers in there. So
let me tell you what, she is on a trip of a lifetime right now.
Right? Yeah.
And she's acting the way she's acting.
Like, and she's like with the puss face, like, oh, like this is always Amanda.
Yeah,
like, I don't like
like fuck you, like fuck you, Miss Piggy look.
And you can like do your eyebrows all you want, girl, but like you can be like, it's just like, like is it always her feeling, like that, like no.
Yeah, I mean, I about fell over when they were racing up the front, and she was laughing and like having a good, like, it's like I wonder if she's hiding teeth or something.
She's hiding something, and it's probably like her, like her like sense of humor. I don't know, because I find Amanda deplorable, not deplorable, but deplorable, like deplorable adjacent, like your husband died in late March, like my birthday, like the 29th. Mine is the 27th. I did 29th. He died. And by like June, like a hot second later, she's already talking to this guy. And by September, she's flying there to meet him. So I have absolutely no sympathy or empathy for Amanda. Like, okay, you wanted to get dicked down by some Romanian, and this is your trip, and that's why you don't want to tell your kids about it, because they don't want mommy thinking she's a big old fucking whore. Oh, sorry.
Well, and I mean,
I just slipped out of my mouth. I didn't mean to even say that.
It is what it is.
Well, I mean, and he's all, like, to what extent do the kids, and I know that they're young, but what extent do they know that this mommy's visiting Razvan? Is it mommy's special friend? Is it mommy's friend?
Or mommy's just going on a trip. I'll see you later.
Right. Or mommy's just, meeting a friend. So to what extent do the kids know? Because I think the one child is young.
They're like I think like 7 or
single digits,
4 or 4 and 3, maybe. Like, yeah, they're young.
They're young. I think the daughter is probably like in kindergarten, first grade, pushing
pre-K. Like,
yeah, because the son, but and I get her frustration to like, no, I don't know when I'm going to introduce my children to you. No, because she didn't think about it. She was like, oh, hot guy, Romanian vacation. Let's go.
His visa's not going to get approved that fast.
Right. And
And
then
it
it
got
gets like gets approved.
Yeah. Now what?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Now
And,
what?
and it is a tourist visa. So it's not
Which
like
he can't work on. He can't come here on a tourist visa and work, just a tour.
Wait,
And that's another thing. They had a fight
That's
about
right.
him
Right, you
taking
guys
care of
can visit.
himself once he got here. It's like, don't you know he can't work? He can't do anything?
It's like she really wants the best of everything. She wants the cake. She wants the bakery.
And she wants to
the
eat it all
donuts.
too.
Yeah.
And
And
she
she's not going
wants
to gain
for
any
her-
weight.
No, I don't think she does.
No, she does. She
I don't
wants
think
her
she
husband
does.
back.
I don't think she
She's
does.
not
And he,
gonna do
listen, if
anything.
God forbid if Cody ever died, I would mourn him forever. Like you wouldn't see
Same.
me. You wouldn't see me like 2 months later being
No.
like, "Hi guys."
No, me
Here I
neither. No, no,
You
me
know-
neither. I would die of a broken heart.
I would. Me too. I would. Like, if God forbid if he ever went, like
You're
I,
such a lie.
you
John.
know, I would. Shut
you
up.
would be out
You
there
know,
with your
My
face
mom, people
we're
ask my
Get
mom,
away from me. Get away from me.
top
like,
down, and
people have asked my mom all the time, do you think you would date again? And mom's like, when you've had the best, no, I would never date.
I wouldn't. I mean,
Yeah,
like,
my mom is like, I had the best. I'm not going to settle.
I don't
No.
know. Maybe like if God, like I don't
Oh,
know.
see, I
I'm
told you.
44. Like I don't want to go through all that again. Like the last time I was single, I was in my 20s. Like no, I'm not. No.
And
I'm
mom's
good.
like, I can spend my money. I can do what I want. I can, but my mom would never date again, ever. But she's also in her 70s. So,
Right.
I wouldn't date. I would just be like Kalani.
And there's my poor husband who doesn't even care if I pass away.
You just answered everything like what I was saying before, how Kalani needs to pump her brakes a little bit too, because you can't give everything out on the
Okay,
first
you're still on
night.
Kalani, which was yesterday.
I'm
so,
but I mean, I just, she truly did not think beyond, hey, I get a free vacation out of this.
I think it's a lot more than that. I don't know. I think it's very, very weird. Like that was like the love of her life, the father of her children. She's been with him for 15 years. And I couldn't even imagine what it feels like to lose,
No.
something like that. I
And
couldn't,
No.
quickly
but
for her to
like
go out.
it was like seconds. Like I'm sorry. Like I don't have any empathy for her. None. Zero.
Wait a minute. Jay Freak says Amanda was arrested for beating her boyfriend at the time. Ex.
Her ex-boyfriend at the time.
Okay.
What ex-boyfriend?
Ooh.
I don't know.
And Dish was she'd be all out there again.
Listen, everybody works differently. Like for me, I couldn't.
Right. I mean, she should have thought about what am I going to do?
But Amanda's
when it's
also
time
young,
to
right? She's in her
introduce
20s.
My
Yeah.
children to these people.
Like Amanda's young, right?
Or something.
Is she still in
Yeah.
her 20s, early 30s, maybe?
Yeah.
but she's not
Somewhere
young enough
around
to
there.
Say, what in the hell am I going to do when I got to introduce these people to my kids?
Yeah.
I mean, the little boy, oh, wait, where's your bed? Where are you going to sleep? And that was a very,
Your mom. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, that was a very naive, sincere question, but, and that's just what little kids ask, like, where's your bed? Where's your car?
Oh, Cat Lover, that was Bella Lugosi.
Bela Lugosi, my dad loved him.
Well, no, not Bella Lugosi, not the real Dracula. No, Cat Lover said, which is almost identical. What was the girl's name that came out with John's Live? That was Bella Lugosi. She was Bella, the one that came up a couple times from
Yes.
Romania.
I remember her.
I don't like Amanda, and I've said that since Jump, and I never will. And that's it. Like I just think she's in it for herself, and I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, as a mother, I am not a mother, but if I were, I would stop to think, what about my children? You know, because
Before getting on the plane.
right. I mean, because now everything she has to do, she's doing it right now as a single mom, and then from now until till she's dead, she has to wonder, how do I provide for my children? How is this
Right.
going to affect my kids?
Right.
What do I need to do for my kids?
Right.
And I just don't, I get the feeling that maybe her, you know, her husband, you know, you don't have to think about it, but
Okay, I'm gonna be blunt as a spoon right now.
Oh Lord.
go.
Like, okay. Like,
Out
okay,
of the
you're on
ordinary.
the show, your husband just died, and now you're on this show about love overseas, but you go there to get dicked down, and you don't want to tell your kids about the guy you're there when you leave your kids who are carrying the dad's ashes around in a box. There's a picture in it, you know, everywhere they go. Oh, bring daddy with you. She's screwing up her kids so badly. You know, so she's on this show with this guy. But then she doesn't want to tell the kids about it because she's not ready for it. But what are you doing? It's
Exactly.
not good.
He was arrested for battery and had a baseball bat. You don't play.
Ay.
So spoiler alert, they broke up.
No shit.
Yeah. Figured that one.
And like, you know, like,
After-
it's so clear to me that she went there for 3 weeks, leaving her kids that just lost their dad that they loved to go get dicked down by this Romanian like TikTok star
But he was
Yeah.
with a nice body.
he was cute.
Yeah.
No, I'm not taking that away. And that's what she wanted. That she wanted to have like a big old rompus in her vajayjay, and like, you know, and that's it.
But he had to
But
fight
don't
for
make
it.
it seem like you're here for love and this, that, and the other. I don't like her. I've started these recaps not liking her, and I will continue
Exactly.
to not like her because, you know,
Yeah.
I lost a parent when I was 9, and like I couldn't even imagine at 9, it was hard, but you know, being 5 or 4 or however old
Yeah,
her
I mean,
kids
you
are,
can't
like that's
even-
disgusting.
Yeah, their little minds are, you know, you have to explain that daddy's never coming home.
And mom's leaving for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And she can't even say
Why? So
anything
she can plug skinny tea?
She can't even like say anything about the new person she's dating. She can't even say that, oh yeah, dad's never coming back. Like you haven't said any of this to your kids.
Right.
Early. So before she met her husband, she beat her boyfriend up with the baseball bat. And then she went on to her husband, and interesting. She was 19.
Wow.
Damn. What's the song by Carrie Underwood? You know, if he cheats.
Oh, before he cheats.
Yeah.
I
before he
dug my key into the side of his little pretty souped up 4-wheel drive. Carved my name into his leather seat. I took a Louisville slugger to both headlights, slashed a hole in all 4 tires. Maybe next time
But then,
I'll think before he
you know,
cheats.
And then the next scene with her, she's very intently putting on her.
I'm on to save a little trouble for the next girl.
She's putting on her eyebrows, and
Sorry.
then she's, oh, I don't know if he's for me. So what happened from we just had, you know, Sexcapades 2023 to now I don't know if this man's for me. You're muted,
I am?
Sophie. You're muted.
Sorry. He doesn't have a plan once he gets to America. What if he can't be an actor? What's he going to do to take care of his family? What's he going to do until then? What's he going to do when he gets there? I need a
But
man that's going to take
already,
care of
he's
me.
he's making money from TikTok already, and like once like you're on the payroll, like he can work anywhere. Like that was just her saying like, I got dick down, and I'm good, and I'm done with you. In the end, I
Well,
told you she was not good people. No one listened.
And I
And
don't think he's being unreasonable by saying, when are you going to tell your children about me?
Yes, I got my visa approved yesterday. I'm leaving with you when you go back. When
Yeah.
are you want to tell your kids about me?
Yeah.
We still
I
have
mean-
3 more couples to go, and we're an hour in.
Okay.
All right, guys, let's move on to the next one. Enough fussing about
Yeah,
this.
but-
Let's get through
Crazy
Gino and
lady.
Jasmine.
All right. So Gino and Jasmine. Can I just say how much I love that Jasmine was like, yes, I know when I get angry, I'm a bitch and I'm rude and I say horrible things, but he loves me.
Yeah, we're good.
And I didn't see where I didn't see where the cousin said any mean, horrible things to
No.
Jasmine. I mean, we only saw the hey, do you really love my cousin? Because
Yeah.
she is living her best life.
Yeah. Good evening, Mr. Mac. Yeah.
They go to the waterfall. He calls cousin Zaina. Gino's happy that Jasmine's a flip out on Dana, but they didn't get anywhere. And after the whole conversation, Jasmine's like, well, what if we get there and your family hates me? Because Jasmine knows what she's doing because she's no better than Amanda.
True.
And I'm sorry.
He wants Gino all to herself. Doesn't want his family involved. She wants them, and that's it.
Can we talk about how Gino is weird AF anyway?
Yes.
He wears his hat. We've never seen him without the hat, but now he tucks his ears into the hat.
Well, he shaved the bottom of the rest of the hair that he had left here. Remember, he had this strip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I think that's why he's not wearing a ball cap anymore, because
his hair off.
Yeah. He's not wearing the ball cap because of that. But he also tucks his ears in. Did anyone tell him he's not supposed to tuck his ears into a hat? That has to be uncomfortable.
Yes, Jasmine has been spotted here in Michigan.
Yes, she is here.
She's here. And I hope she's miserable. I hope she can't stand it.
Wait till Michigan winter.
I know. Imagine, wait for it. When it's -30.
Yeah.
And you're not in Panama.
Right on the water.
And I would love to see the view from Gino's house in the middle of nowhere, Michigan, by the way. Have fun, Jasmine.
Yes.
Yeah. You should have thought about that before you decided that US was where you wanted to be. But hey, Mazel, much love to him. But Gino, is very non-confrontational. He likes to stir the pot a lot, but he doesn't like to. He doesn't like the conflict.
Oh God! Listen, look at Johnny Mac's comment. Back in the day, I wore a hat backwards and tucked one ear in. That was the style way back in the day.
Okay, Johnny, I'm your same age, and I wore a hat backwards a lot. I never tucked an ear into.
I never seen that.
I
never seen that.
What was the
only time I tuck my ears into a hat is a woolen cap, when it's cold out, and you tuck it so you don't get frostbite.
Your beanie.
That's the only.
Tuck your ears in so your ears don't get cold.
Yeah, you wear a beanie and you cover your ears with that.
If you're wearing a fedora, your ears do not need to be tucked.
Or I'll Jackie O it and take my scarf and wrap it around my face and then my neck, and I'll do it that way.
Once over the head,
right?
And then throw it behind. Yeah,
I'm very good at Jackie Oing a scarf. I could Jackie O a scarf like no one's business. Hello, I'm Jackie O. Hello. I'm Jackie O.
I'm good with them.
But that was pretty much it, right?
That was pretty much it, wasn't it?
Yeah, and they suck. Okay, so moving on.
The end.
All right, so we have Cleo
and Christian.
All right, so let's do
man.
Cleo.
So Cleo's mad because Christian denies the hibbity bibbity. And Christian kicks the friend out of the room because she said so much. because he was feeling ganged up on.
Well, he was like, I know you guys have already talked about this before you got here, and I feel like this is going to be a little confrontational.
It's
But,
true.
you know.
Like, I would be like, he was outnumbered going into it, so I get that.
But
And
Really?
whose business is it if they did do it or not? Like, I don't want to know.
See, like, I don't know where to side on this one. I kind of am like more on Christian's side with this than Cleo's, and here's why. You could tell he's been like, it's his first transsexual experience and this, that, and the other. And like Cleo is all man. I'm sorry. But
Yes.
she's all man.
Yes.
yeah,
She still has the Adam's apple. Like the only thing that Cleo has done
You still
to
have the D and
to
the B.
alter her like body was take estrogen, which and she has like
That makes you a man.
a little bit here, but like she's still
man.
98% man.
yeah.
And like it is what it is. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. So I'm sure that's difficult for some straight guy. And I guess after like the fourth or fifth day that they were together, like he put it in the rear again, because where else is gonna go?
It is what it is.
That's what's happening. And
Maybe Christian wasn't, this wasn't the
Again, just like Amanda, he didn't think about it before he went there.
right.
Exactly. He wasn't ready for it. And when he got there, it was like,
He thought he could, because I firmly believe that no one knows what they are going to do in a situation until it is in front of them and they have the choices.
but again, okay, Wicked, on that one, like I'm sure they've talked at length about like the situation of like her like where she is and becoming like the stages. I don't know, because I know whatever I say I'm going to piss somebody off. So
No, but I mean, yes, he think about it? Yeah, but did he realize in that position? Okay, he almost has to go through with it because he went to the other side of the
Maybe
earth.
kissed her. I would have been good with that. Like, but no, I guess he had to like do the whole kit and caboodle, I guess. And I, for him, when he said tonight, like, I was kind of for a split second worried about what my family would think, because obviously you just, for all genetic reasons, had sex with a man.
Right. But I will say the airline or the CVG is now accepting the lanyard as the universal symbol for the sunflower. And I'm like, what happens, man, if you just happen to have a sunflower lanyard? Like, the sunflower lanyard is a great idea in theory, but like some people just like sunflowers. What happens if you're going to wear a sunflower lanyard and now you're going to be
I don't see
mistaken?
many people wearing lanyards outside of like sleepaway camp and B, like it's like grown adults wearing like and men wearing like I would be like there must be something wrong with you. I'm sorry. Oh, John, you crossed the line for the 15th time tonight. That's too much.
But I did. I was like, oh, okay. So CVG, on board with the sunflower lanyard. And I thought about the show. But, he says, oh, I feel grouped up on. But we really don't see the friends saying a darn word except in the confessional.
Like, her bringing the friend back was like, I get why she's upset.
But wasn't she out with a friend and, texted her, hey, what did you tell him about last night? Oh, I told him everything. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know we were going to tell him everything. Maybe, maybe not.
Why does people have to know everything? Why does it have? Why do you have to scream from the rooftops this stuff?
Did anyone try to envision the sexual encounter they had? Because I did. Did anybody? And like Chloe is like kind of, because I don't know. I mean, like, I'm gay, and I don't know. It's just so weird. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know.
More people than you realize thought about it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what Chloe's doing to herself, right? While Christian is like giving it to her, but like Christian's a straight guy, I mean, just because your hair is long, I'm sorry, like,
Yeah.
it's
Just because you put on a little makeup and
It's
grow
talking
out
about
your
these-
hair,
right, like you grow your
and
hair,
wear
and you take a
skirt.
position. You just had sex with a man, Christian. You did, and that's
Yeah.
why. And I'll speak again.
and
let us
he
know
was
if you had
attracted.
sex
He's
with a
attracted
man,
to the
and that's
outside.
why he
Right.
didn't want to tell production or anybody else. That's what happened, and that's it. That's all she wrote.
He's attracted to what's on the outside.
Yes.
Sure he is.
When she washes her face and takes off her clothes, it's something different.
Right. Because I mean, we've never seen like anytime that we've seen them like crawling into bed, Cleo is always wearing a bra. I don't know why, because
I don't know either.
because those itty bitties are not even titties.
Like I would have like a bigger bra than
Right.
she, but whatever. Go ahead.
But and it's,
She's trying to like play the
right.
Brave
And
Heart.
then the night after all this happens, she's got, this ginormous sweatshirt on, which looks super comfy. Is
Jay
Christian
Freak.
wearing-
Honestly,
I
like,
think so.
I don't think so. Okay.
No.
I think he might be bi.
Well, he's like a few episodes back before he left, and like he like made out with some guy in college once. Ooh,
Yeah.
like you
So risque.
you. But if you're truly a straight guy, there's no way that you're gonna put your member into a genetically male's rectum while that same male is doing this, getting off. I mean, I'm sorry. No. So I don't know where to stand.
I think that this is not his first, nor will it be his last walk on the wild side.
I don't know. I think that maybe he wanted to be on this show, maybe, and it got away from
100%.
him a little bit. And maybe he kind of figured, like, just like he had to kiss her at the airport. Maybe he figured he had to seal the deal with that, and that's why he didn't want to tell production or the world about like him doing that.
Yeah.
There's so many layers to this that like
Oh,
I
100%,
can't
yeah.
wrap my head around. I don't know. I mean, it's like he's kind of like giving it to Fabio. It's just like and again, Cleo has long hair, and like from behind, which as a gay man, it's usually how you get it. From behind,
Not the side, always from behind.
I mean, there's a lot of positions you can do it in, but I'm just saying, like, the go-to guy from Red Wings. Oh, Jesus Christ. What happened to me in this channel? I don't even know. Look what this show's doing.
I mean, we've talked about trots. We've talked about Red Wings.
I don't know.
The more we know. So thank you.
It is a Twilight Zone. Lordy.
I mean, and then we see in the next episode that Cleo like breaks down because the astrologers like, I don't see you two together. What do you mean this isn't going to work?
And again, like, whatever, I'm just going to say it. Like, Gabriel, right? From like last season, like, you could see he put the work in, right? Like he went through all the steps and everything. And like, I see Cleo Gabriel, like, as a man who like, it's hard, like to do all that and go through all the steps and whatever. And I never saw Gabriel is. I always saw him as a man. Always. You know,
didn't Gabriel have the bottom surgery first, which he said most people would have the top first.
you know, and you can't compare like Gabriel to Cleo because Gabriel went through, and got sick and had surgeries and corrective surgeries because he truly felt that, like,
In the wrong body.
right. And you hear Cleo, who is saying, well, I've been going through this for 9 years, but you still are like.
But she doesn't want to take anything because it's hard on the liver. So she just has to rely on cream.
Well, that's too fucking bad, ain't it? Then just be like what you got to be then. I mean, like, there are differences. And, like, it is what it is. Like, I've always seen Gabriel and Isabel, like, as a great straight couple. Like, I never saw Gabriel otherwise. Not once ever.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
never. Yeah. He's.
I mean, Gabriel's super annoying, especially on the tell-all. But, like,
But
I
still.
I never doubted his masculinity.
Hi, Mona.
Hi, Mona. Even being born a woman, like, I saw Gabriel as like a guy, like, and that's it. But with Cleo, it like she's been going through it for 9 years, and like I mean,
but like how much? I mean, how much estrogen cream are you putting on your body? I mean,
not enough. Clearly,
I mean, my God, like you're like slathering it on, and I forgot what she referred it to, but
I mean,
Jesus,
she should take baths in it. Like, and I'm not trying to be mean. But like, someone's got to say it, and like, it's gonna be me because whatever. I don't care. Obviously, you know me. I'll say it. But like, I just like I don't know, and I'm really trying to watch what I say here. Like you probably don't think I am, but like, there's certain times where you can't like pussyfoot around a topic, and you just got to say what the truth is. And this whole Cleo thing, 9 years and and like, but you're still just on the estrogen. I don't buy it. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it's at some point you got to be committed to it, and 9 years and cream is not a commit.
And she could live in London, like, and don't tell me because she can't afford it, because she's living in London with this, cute little 1-bedroom apartment. So, and I'm sure that what's it called? What do they call it?
Flat.
That flat is like, super expensive, right? So, but I have so many issues with her, but she's on the spectrum and she doesn't like loud noises, but she's living in London, the biggest city, one of the biggest cities in Europe, if not the world. I'm sorry, I have a lot of issues with like, how she goes about things. And that's that. I don't know.
She's not believable.
I don't know that. I believe more coming out of Amanda's mouth than hers. And that's saying something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Poor Sophie. It's already 10:30 and she's still live on a weekday. Oh my God. Let's get to the end of this.
So we're down to Statler and
okay, so single white Statler. Let's get
here we go.
Have you guys watched Single White Female?
Yes.
I've never seen it, but I get the concept. Like, hi, my name's Statler.
When you get off the
line,
love you. Watch it.
So guys, you need to watch Single White Female soon.
Put a 1 in the chat if you've watched Single White Female, please. Because she is Single White Statler.
Oh,
1 in the chat, please, if you've seen that movie. Because, like, I was thinking about it today, and I'm like...
And then she wonders why she is hurt.
Single White Statler. So,
and
here we go.
Honestly asking herself, why do I get hurt so much? Well, because 30 seconds after, hi, my name's Statler. I love you. Do you want to get married? Moving together? My lease is up.
All right, so it's Valentine's Day, and Statler does this like elaborate, which is cute for somebody who's been together for a while. Like, I don't know, like everything about Statler rings creepy stalker to me. Like all of it. Like I can't get around it. Like I think Statler would have been better off as like, you know, it's Valentine's Day when Dempsey came into the trailer. Like, you know, she would have like dinner ready for her. Like that would have been cute. Not this.
Right.
Did you all catch that Dempsey wanted to replant the roses? Like, honey,
Yeah, I did.
you can't no.
I would put those roses in acid if I were her.
Like, maybe you should have bought her a bush that she could plant in spring.
But, you know, knowing that, you know, she's adopted and all of these things kind of, it shows me, it tells me why she acts the way she does, where she just wants somebody to love her, you know, from what we've gathered, she doesn't get
young.
Like she was adopted as an infant.
Yeah, like it wasn't like, you know,
still, she knows that she was adopted. She knows that she was adopted. She probably doesn't, from what we've heard, she probably doesn't have much of a relationship with her siblings or her mother. It just kind of tells me a lot.
We found out after my uncle passed that he had a son. Knew nothing about him, to the point where he's like calling my dad and like, you know, hey, I heard that your brother died. I'm just trying to get some medical information, yada, yada, yada. And we're like, yeah, right. Sent us a picture, like no DNA required. Like, yes,
Right.
This is a young version of my brother. And he's only reached out to the family a couple times. The first one was to get some medical information. He was like, you know, I'm trying to figure out, you know, he was like, I had a great adoptive life. I love my, you know, my parents. And then he reached out maybe a year or so ago. But like we've never met. I mean,
Right.
And he's not interested. So I don't buy the whole, you know, she was adopted, you know, because we don't know what her life was like. But
her adoptive mother is a judge.
People like I'm not buying that for once again. I've had friends and like who were adopted as infants, and like, you know, I get what you're saying. I do.
But I don't believe it.
And I get what you're saying too, but like, you know, I don't get.
Yeah, no.
I disagree with both of you on this one. So there you go. It's fine. I'm good with it. So back to this Valentine's Day treasure hunt, which is creepy as fuck.
What was the actual gift?
Dear, please, Jesus,
I don't remember. What was the actual gift at the end?
Oh, what was it? It was it was her period on a blanket for her. Look at you both looking at me like I was like telling the truth right there.
Listen, with the way tonight,
you know she's creepy, and that's what she would do. I just tested the both of you, and you believed it.
Listen, the way tonight's live has gone.
True. I mean,
I just
only know what you're going to teach us tonight.
See, because you know that Statler is
no, she is. She's super creepy.
Do.
She's super creepy. And that has nothing to do with what I said about her being adopted. The creepiness has nothing to do with it.
It was a period.
It's the one thing to be wanted.
With the s'mores. That's what that was. Yeah. And you know she's creepy. Mm-hmm. You know she is. And I just checked Instagram, and now 435 people agree with me that she is creepy. So that's my last post on
disagreeing.
Becky S says, I think we all had that look.
Like
Lizzie Pop, she gives Dempsey red wings, is what I'm saying. And again, red wings. Again, here we go. Can't get away from them. Oh my god, she's totally like Razvan. She'd be like, I don't care. Like, let me get up in there.
Right. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't care. Oh my god.
So she talks to
Oh my god.
Statler.
Dempsey and Statler.
Yeah, she talks to which one is the one that lives in England?
Dempsey.
Dempsey.
Okay. She talked to Dempsey about my lease is up in a month. I'm not renewing it. I want to stay with you.
Well, that's before. Well, I mean, that's after she said, like, I love you. You know, Statler says to her, I love you. And then Dempsey's like, I guess I love you too.
I guess.
You know, and that's hard. Like when someone says I love you, like the first time Cody, the first time Cody told me that he loved me, I'm like, no, you don't. I'm like, it's too early. It was true. Cody, come here. Cody.
But when you know, you know.
But like, you know, me and Cody's relationship was different because I was the homewrecker, but I didn't mean to be. I really didn't, but it just happened.
Why are you yelling at me like that?
What happened?
Not a grocery store
What did I?
worker.
He's on the phone in the bedroom. What did I say to you the first time you said that you love me?
You want to see how big my pee-pee is?
No, shut up. No, what did I really say? Cody walks by. He goes, I love you. And what did I say to you?
He said, no, you don't.
I did. I go, no, you don't.
He goes, no, you don't. I said, well, okay, maybe I don't. And then he looked at me and he goes, wait, do you? And I'm like, I'm busy at work. I can't talk for any.
Because I felt like I kind of dismissed him, but he was like serious. I'm like, no, you don't. Because, you know, we were just like, you know, we were having an affair.
Just playing around, huh?
And I think she said it back because it was like the
Well,
obligatory.
Not an affair.
Okay.
Oh, I love you.
Not an affair.
Oh, I love you too. You
It's
know,
like,
And I was allowed to do my shit.
I mean,
Okay,
you know, I was waiting for this part of the scavenger hunt where, you know, it's like, do you like me? Circle yes or no.
yeah.
And
yeah.
then do you love me? Circle yes or no. And then that's, you know, where the question mark came in.
But seriously, like, he was like, I love you. We were at work. We met at work, you know. And he's like, I love you. I'm like, no, you don't. He's like, I was like weirded out by I just got out of a 10-year relationship, and
Right.
he was with somebody else. And we were just, you know, kind of having fun with each other. And he's like, I love you. I'm like, no, you don't. But okay, whatever. So
Dempsey in the background, like, please, dear baby Jesus, don't let her ask me to marry. You know?
and then she's like, yeah, like what Sophie just said, like, you know, by the way, like my apartment, like, you know, my lease is
My
up.
lease is up. Yeah.
So instead of like finding a new apartment in Texas or Washington or Florida,
Or even like Dempsey was saying, like, why don't you, you know, okay, come over here on, you know, since you can apparently work from anywhere in the world, like, come over on a tourist visa. We'll get to know each other more.
no, Dempsey was like, you know, and I thought that was a
Move
good
down the
idea.
road.
Dempsey's like, you know, move down the road, get a flat down the road, and then in 6 months, then we can move in with each other. And
I
like,
mean, it's not like she was being.
I thought that was very
unreasonable.
fair. Like,
Yeah. 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 I do too.
and
Yeah,
she
and
was like all like piss faced about it, like Amanda.
Well, I just, you know, Dempsey wonders why she gets hurt, and it's because
That was all like that same Amanda puss face, like, huh?
you know, it's
She
just,
she moves too quick.
I mean, you know, hell, she's not even putting the horse before the cart. I mean, hell, the whole town's before the horse.
Right.
The horse.
The horse. You know, and it's
And then, like, you know, Dempsey, I'm on Dempsey's side on this one, 1,000,000%. Like, you know, and Dempsey's young, she's in her 20s, like, and she's pretty, like, you know, she's got some, like, you know, things up there for being like a young girl, you know.
But I also think she's also listening to her dad is like, you know, hey,
and good for her for doing that.
Yeah, you just found out this chick was, you know, actively speaking to her ex, and she's accusing you of, oh, are you in Thailand meeting a bunch of women?
And these horrible names. I'm sorry, Statler, Dempsey, Ford, Buick. Like it's like umbrella, ketchup, like whatever these names are. You know, Dempsey didn't even know that she was not only not talking to her ex again, but two. I'll look at Susie Q, who's behind, who puts the one in the chat for listening to Single White Female now. You're cute, Susie Q. You can always tell when people are behind. Yeah. But like she, what was I saying? Susie Q threw me off. What?
That
having brains. Listening to that,
you know, we just found out that the girlfriend, you know, she's talking to her. She's at the airport.
Yes. And like, you know, Statler didn't tell Dempsey, like, you know, that the ex-girlfriend was like, well, I'll meet you. Well, she said that they would have met or whatever, go to a hotel. Like, you know, the ex-girlfriend was like ready like to take on the relationship again. And the reason why Statler's first British ex-girlfriend didn't want to like get with her because she moved too fast and she ruined that.
Yeah.
You know, and like she didn't tell Dempsey, well, listen, if I was going to meet you, I would have met my ex.
Right.
Yeah. I mean,
and like,
you know,
you know, ugh, gross.
You know,
creepy.
But she's doing it to herself. She is.
I don't know how many Swanson's Hungry Man dinners Statler needs to eat.
Maybe she needs something a little more organic, like
maybe like organic. You know, get a Salisbury steak, or like, you know, all she has is those fried chicken Hungry Man Swanson dinners.
Yeah, she probably had fried chicken.
You know, maybe try a Salisbury steak once in a while, or a meatloaf. I mean, like, you know, there's other things out there. I mean, I love a good TV dinner. Don't get me wrong. But like, you know,
maybe have a pot pie.
Yeah, have a pot pie.
But it just you like that one? You're so tickled.
Jay Freak said, I think Statler brought up the ex to try to force Dempsey to let her stay with her. And it's like, look, if you don't let me live here, then you're going to lose me to my ex. Like
if it were me and she was like with this bullshit rose, this failed bachelor rose thing, like where you find the roses, and she was like, hey, oh, by the way, here's my period blood as a gift to you. And then also, and these are period earrings made from my own period from somebody in Texas. And like,
wow.
what kind of jewelry was that?
Yeah.
Like, you know, here's your mushroom earrings that like somebody in Texas made from real. Here's my period earrings that I made for myself from my own. I didn't realize
mushrooms could be made.
But can't you see her doing that?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Like 1,000%. Oh damn! I forgot my toothbrush. Let me borrow yours. No, that's okay. You know, like she's intentionally forgetting the toothbrush.
No, I'm sorry. It's Cleo's period blood earrings. Oh, John, you crossed the line for the last fucking time tonight. That's too much. You're horrible.
Come on. You had me up until the pot pie.
And then she's like, oh, and by the way, my lease runs up. I want to move in. And that's what she told to her dad at the fish and chip station there, like last week or the week before. I can't remember.
Yeah.
And you know, I want to move in with you. And then Statler's like, well, I don't get it. I'm coming here. I go all in always. Well, maybe I shouldn't do that always.
Like
you're going a little too in.
Like, hey, my lease is up. Just like, hey, I was thinking about moving over here.
Who starts a relationship? By the way, my lease is up. Yeah. Like, I'd be like, well, too fucking bad, ain't it? Find another
So what do you have planned? What are you going to do about that?
Yeah, like your lease is up, so you want to move into my house?
Do you need an Airbnb?
Oh, no, honey. Oh, no.
I've got an Airbnb. There's one right down the road.
not today, Statler, or whatever your name is, because it's not
But then
Statler.
but then Statler's upset because, it's like the caravan, I think what she called her, wasn't 100% set up. And does Statler really think that she's can be, down on the farm?
She's willing to give it a try.
Is she?
I
So
think
she thinks.
her, like, hey, maybe she should have told her at the end so she can get the gist of this farm life. Because I'm sure at some point Dempsey's going to want Statler, hey, can you go feed the goats for me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you give the goats some water?
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's summer. We can make our own vegetables. We can grow our own vegetables. Do you see Statler as a going out to the farm kind of vegetable girl?
No.
Vegetables. She eats Hungry Man dinner. Vegetables. The only vegetables she knows about is the frozen string beans and corn and the mashed potatoes that she gets in her Hungry Man fucking dinners with her fucking her chicken.
I cannot believe that she traveled with that.
Oh my God. And again, no shade. Like, a TV dinner was a treat. Like I grew up like, oh, a TV dinner.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, like but like
yeah, when you were 10.
It was like going to McDonald's as a kid.
Yes.
Dinner, it's different. It's like not your parents cooking. It's something else, You
Yes.
get excited.
Yes.
My mom said she can remember pot pies were a dime. So they would buy enough, like, my God, a month's worth of
And poor
pot pies.
Statler got the trots on day one because she tried to eat some like real food.
Real food.
Unprocessed.
And that's not processed like Swanson. And she had the trots for like, a whole day.
And that's sad.
And no running water. I mean, that's like when you go out into the field and be like, damn, baby, I need some toilet paper.
Poor
Here, let me use
Swanson.
it.
They're probably getting so much bad rep from this. Like, no, our chicken dinners are great, guys. Don't listen to Statler. Okay.
Like, get an ear of corn, make sure you, clean
What
it.
a mess this show is. Look at what I'm saying. It's horrible, horrible. Like, this show is so horrible. I hate it.
So, and then are we at the end now?
I hope so.
Yes.
I can't take much more of this.
Yeah.
Anything else you need to say?
No. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm
Sophie's-
good.
I was supposed to be in bed like 3 hours ago. So, Sophie, thank you for
No
being here.
problem. No problem. I had fun.
I had fun too.
I haven't told you guys, I'm getting a new position at work.
Ooh.
It's called a fellowship.
Snap cups for wicked wisdom. There
Don't
we go.
I sound important? I'll be on a fellowship. So I'm excited.
Nice.
I love when my friends do great. Doesn't happen for me, so I'll live vicariously through you. So happy for you.
Yeah. So
And again,
God only knows what my new hours will be. So that's the point I was trying to get.
Oh, so you're gonna be quitting? Is that what?
No.
Is that your?
Are
is
you
it your, like-
No, I'm saying I might be a little grumpy the next day.
But no, we'll be live tomorrow because I know Brooklyn wants to come back up. I don't know about what, maybe OC.
Thank you,
But
guys.
and then
You said
next week we'll be pretty consistent.
Yes.
And if we get Sophie to stay up, later. Okay, good. So Monday nights will be Sister Wives, Tuesday nights will be The Last Resort, Wednesday nights will be Before 90 Days, and Thursday nights will be OC. Friday nights will be The Block Party, and we're finally back. And I don't know. I know Sophie asked you, do you want to do an after show real quick, Wicked? Can you? I know you got promoted.
Well, I don't. I can do it for a little bit.
All right, let's do a quick after show because I haven't been doing those either. So, on Real Housewife level, we had a great time tonight. I'm sure I
did.
will be yelled
Thank
at
you,
in a
guys.
different million ways from what I said
Hey.
tonight. But like, what else is new? Who cares? Thank you guys so much for being here. My beautiful co-hosts Wicked and Sophie for being here with me.
You're
And
welcome.
we'll do a quick after show on my Real Housewives level tier. There we go. In a few minutes. So great live.
Fun.
I hope that you don't have nightmares of Christian and Cleo being together.
And Red Wings and Dracula's Castle.
Oh God. And that chair with the spikes everywhere. Like oh God. that
Very
was rough.
appropriate, you know. It all has a theme.
So, a good evening. We'll see you guys in a bit.
Look, your blood.
Bye,
See you
guys.
later.
Everybody.
Blood is our theme this week.
Bye.